Hey, what's going on everyone? I got a short quick video for you all about some tips and tricks that some people might not know. Most of this video is for newer players to Rust and maybe just a refresher for people coming back. But besides all that, I hope you guys enjoy and make sure to like the video and subscribe and let me know how I did on this one. Thank you guys. Alright, first thing we're going to talk about is airlocks. There are two different styles of airlocks. There's one with the door that opens in, such as this one, as well as one that opens out, just like this one. There's many advantages and disadvantages of each airlock. This airlock with the door that opens in, an advantage is it's much harder to go deep on this door. If you open this one, and you open this one by accident, if someone kills you, they're not going to really get much farther than that. Disadvantage is, you can't see outwards, so if you open the door, someone could just hop in and shoot you. The advantage with the one that opens out, the inside door, is you can see, but if you accidentally close this door, this inside door, then they could just be in your airlock, and if you open it, you can get deep down. The next thing I want to talk about is TCs. TCs can be placed in different ways, but how I place TCs, and the best way to place them I think is if you put these in the corner facing towards you this way, then you're able to fit a box in between them, just like this. Otherwise, if you place a TC just like this, then you can't fit a large box in the middle. Next thing I want to talk about is loot rooms. If you live in a 2x2, the easiest loot room to build in a 2x2 is just a standard 4 boxes with a slab in the middle. There's much more you can get onto, such as this one and even this one, where you can get much more loot space out of just a one square. If you live in a more complex base, you can place boxes in 2 triangles, large boxes just like this, where I place in 2 triangles and then boxes right in there. You gotta place this one first and then this one next. You usually want to place your 4 boxes right in here. Make sure you go as far back as possible in the corner. If you see there's like a little notch on the right, you want to have that facing inwards, just because so you can place code locks right there. The code locks will go right there. So if you want code locks in your boxes, you will all be able to access them. Because if you don't put it to the inside, it'll be on this outside. Nobody will be able to get your code locks. For more complex, just like smaller boxes, you're gonna place 3 on the bottom in this form, and then 2 up here. I would not put one in the middle, because if you place this up here and you place one up here, then you're not going to be able to access any of your large boxes unless you jump, which is a lot less convenient. So if you just keep this one open, you can easily access all of the large boxes as well as the smaller ones. For the triangles, if you place 2 triangles just like so, and then place these walls and just like this, and then put a half wall in the middle and cover these at the top with triangles. You're going to want to place these large boxes just like this. Make sure that slab is inside. Put this one in first and this one in next, so you can access both of them, and just repeat it on the top. Just like that. Another thing I want to talk about is Honeycomb. Most people don't know about Honeycomb and what purpose it serves. A normal 2x2 is about 4 rockets, so if you add Honeycomb, it'll be 8. Some people don't know how it works, and if I rocket this corner, they'll think, oh, why wouldn't it break the wall inside? Because these walls are in front of these walls inside, which stop the rockets from hitting the inside wall first. I'll show you how this works. Now, if I shoot 4 rockets, the Honeycomb will only break, not the inside of the base. Just like that, the Honeycomb broke, but not the inside. So it prevents these walls from now become 8 rockets. To build Honeycomb, so let's say you have a 2x2, you want to build a triangle on each outside layer, just like that. just like saying you have a door going this way. Now you want to first of all have your 2x2. Next you're going to have these walls covered so they face inwards towards here. Because if you don't have them facing like this, it could be soft side, and people could pick these out a lot easier. Soft side only requires half the time to pick out than it does for the hard side. So make sure this soft side is inwards so nobody else can see it. And once you repeat that on all the sides, you can even add honeycomb to the roof. To add honeycomb to the roof, you're just going to put half walls all the way around and filters in the middle, just so it makes it harder to get all the 4 squares. Just like that, you can upgrade all the stone. Then the roof is honeycomb as well. Just like that, you'll have honeycomb. It's not hard to build and does not cost much at all either. For starters, I recommend playing community servers just because they're a lot more chill than what you'd think they would be. Official is a lot harder with much bigger clans and bigger groups of people. As a solo or as small as your team might be, it would be much better to play community, sometimes even modded. But besides that, community would be the best for newer players to play on. Some people don't know how to find helis or minicopters. The minicopters will spawn on the roads, except for the snow. In the snow, no minicopters spawn, so never look in the snow. And same goes for boats. No boats will spawn in the snow. And for the scrap helis, the more likely spawn right on the border between desert and the grass area. Like for example, here's one. It's in the desert and grass, you can tell. It just likes, they spawn more in the flatter areas. I mean, they won't just spawn here, but they'll spawn in different areas as well. Scrap helis are much useful for larger groups because they can fit more than 2 people, unlike minicopters. Another great tip for newer players is to pick these little nodes off the ground, just because they might not give you much, but if you pick these up on your way to where you're going to build a base, you'll find yourself to have a lot more than what you think you would find on the ground. If you're new to the game, the monuments I suggest you build by are going to be Sewer Branch and any tier 1 monument, such as Oxum's Abandoned Supermarket, sometimes Dome, and any other like smaller monument, Mining Outpost. Just because there's a lot less people over there. If you're a PvP type of guy and you really want to go get action, military tunnels, launch site, and both oil rigs are going to be very heavily guarded with larger groups. So right now, if I was new to the game, where I would build is probably on the edge of H13, just because of Oxum, Sewer Branch, and the road. So if you ever need a heli, and satellite dish is kind of nearby as well. If I ever really want PvP, I can move to military tunnels. If I was a PvP type of person, where I would probably build is L18, just because you got military tunnels, launch site, and small oil and large oil, which would be a very high ground if you can get that spot right away. If you're new to the game and you don't know what Outpost is a little monument where nobody can kill each other, and there's a recycler here, and it's just peaceful. Scientists guard it, and you're free to run inside of the outpost all you want. There's also shops here that people, if you need any resources or components, you can buy here. They're kind of expensive like the components are, but if you don't have any BPs, you could also buy some other things as large furnace, computer station, or oil refinery. You can buy many other things here. So if you're new, you might want to check this place out as well. If you don't know how to do the monuments such as training yard, launch site, or either the oil rigs, I'm going to put the videos in the description down below. So if you need some more help on those, I have videos on those and they'll be in the description below. But yeah, that's going to be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned some new things. And if you're new, I really hope you enjoy the game Rust. And I'll have a new video out soon about the easiest way to start in Rust and how to get up a base quickly. So that'll be out in a couple days, but otherwise I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and comment, and let me know how I did in this video and any suggestions on what to do next. Thank you guys for all the support,